Hi, this is Heather again with Sugar Streak, and I've got another sugar snippet for you. Today we're going to cover our sugar paste. We have two types. We have soft paste and hard paste, and we're going to talk about blending. So soft paste is designed to not have to be warmed particularly, although oftentimes because of the environment that my studio is in, I do set it actually on top of the warmer just to sort of keep it a little bit more pliable, since my office tends to run a little bit more on the cool side. So it is an option, but it is not necessary. We also have our hard streak, and hard paste is designed to be in a warmer all the time. So it makes it more pliable, it's going to make it easier to grab, and that's definitely something that's going to be important when you are seeing a lot of clients on a day-to-day basis. So when we teach classes and we talk about the soft and the hard and how to understand how to blend them, we compare it to a water faucet. So when you have your hard or your hot tap, and then you have your cold tap, if you want the water to be a little bit warmer, you're going to use a little bit more of the warm tap. If you want it to be a little bit colder, you're going to use a little bit more of the cold tap. And that way you are designing that temperature to be what it is that you're looking for. The same is true of sugar paste. The most important thing for you to learn is the type of paste that you like to have in your hand. So sugaring should always be like icing a warm cake. There should be no pressure when it comes to sugaring. You shouldn't have to be fighting your hand all the time because your sugar paste is too stiff. You shouldn't have to really fight that mold and feel your arm tighten up as you come up with your mold to extract the hair. It should be something that glides. So when we teach, we talk a lot about throw everything you've ever learned about hair removal out the window, and let's go back to kindergarten and pretend like we're playing with finger paints and Play-Doh, because that's really what you're doing, is playing with finger paints. If you will just relax and enjoy yourself, sugaring can be a lot of fun, and it can be really easy to do and very rewarding. So let's get back on task. So soft paste. Soft paste is going to be great for larger areas. So soft paste is good for, you've got basically backs, legs, things like that. So when I go in and I get the sugar paste, remember that I want to keep my fingers close together, like so, and my thumb handy, but I'm not going to pinch my product together. I'm going to work around my product. So I'm going to go in with my hand sort of in this position. I'm only going to go to this first knuckle. So I reach in, grab my sugar paste, and I come up. And as I come up, I'm using my thumb and I'm working around the product. There's no pinch. I'm working around product. Okay? And as you do that, and as you master that thumb twirl, your paste, that excess paste, will fall off and it'll be easy to grab. So soft paste, this is going to be backs, legs, your larger areas that you really want to glide. But you're not always going to be able to use this by itself, because soft paste breaks down quickly. It's designed, sugar paste in general, the design of it will absolutely warm with not only the client's body temperature and your body temperature, but the ambient temperature of the room and even the outside temperature. I know here in Texas we've had an extremely wet and rainy spring or an early summer season, so there's a lot of humidity in the air. The soft paste is not designed to hold up to humidity. So you always want to be aware, how long do you need this service for? Is this something that you're going to be working through fairly quickly or fairly slowly? I would never use this paste for a Brazilian by itself. Now, if I were cold-natured and I worked in a very cold environment, I might be able to get away with using this paste alone on maybe a set of legs, maybe even lower legs only. Something that allows me to glide, but still will hold up with the consistency. So again, soft paste, not something you want to use all by itself, unless you're in, I don't know, Alaska maybe. So there's the soft paste. The nice thing is that you're not stuck with this. You have options, and this is why we blend our sugar paste. Because what I can do with this now is I can add just a little bit of hard paste. So if I were going to do a set of legs, This is not the amount of sugar that I would use, but I'd have about this much soft paste. So let's say that this is about 80% of my paste. So now I'm going to reach in and I'm going to grab some hard paste, and I'm going to do about 20% hard paste. So here we go. Same process of dipping into the sugar tub. So I'm going to reach down in and I'm going to pull it up, and see I just got a nice little addition without getting a whole lot of sugar paste, and I've added to it, and now I have a paste blend that gives me the glide of the soft paste with the longevity and the stiffness of the hard, and that way I have less of a chance of melting down. So when I go to sugar, I've got this nice blend, right? And I can use this for as long as I need to. You can use one bowl of sugar for the entire body. With that said, the one thing that a lot of our practitioners run into is they don't remember what to do with it once it gets stiff, because as soon as I start putting this on the skin and extracting hairs, it's going to stiffen up. So this is where your water bottle comes in handy. So you'll notice that as I'm working the sugar paste, which isn't necessary, this is just part of the video. You can put it straight on the skin. There's no need to work it around or move it around in any way, shape, or form. But as I'm doing this, and as I'm working on anything that I need to extract, underarms, legs, eyebrows, lips, it doesn't matter. As I'm doing this, I want to pay attention to where I've got my paste. So you'll notice that my paste is on my fingertips. It's not flat. I'm not holding my hand in this position, because eventually my sugar paste will go from here and fall into this part of my hand. When you're twirling, you want to be sure that your hand is in a C position. A lot of times our practitioners get really frustrated and they don't understand why their sugar paste ends up everywhere else but on their fingertips, and it's because they're doing this. This is the alligator hand, and the alligator doesn't belong in the sugaring world. So you want to have a C, and you want this hand to be nice and open. Okay, so now my sugar paste has gotten stiffer just as I've sat here and done this video. So now I'm going to show you how to add water. Let's pretend for just 1 minute that you're doing a back. And this guy, he's got a nice hairy back, okay? You can break that down by adding water. So I'm just going to take my paste and I'm going to take my water, and I'm just going to add 1 spritz. That's it. Not 2 or 3, 1. And I'm going to blend that in. And when you blend, it's a twirl. So right there, I'm sliding, and that's because that is just fresh water. Okay? So I want to take and I want to stick my thumb in there, and I want to do a twirl and press. So as I twirl it around and I come back to my front 2 fingers, I'm pressing it in. That's the only time you will see me press my paste. The rest of the time, I work around my paste. Okay? So once you've blended it in, you'll notice that it's no longer choppy and it comes back to a nice smooth paste, and you can continue to sugar. When you add water, it is not a one-time thing. If you're doing a back that's really hairy or a full set of legs, you might add water to this ball of sugar 4, 5, even 6 times. Because what you want to do is you want to get to this consistency that's nice and soft and pliable and doesn't make you work by dragging your hand, but just glide. You want to get to that consistency and keep it. So don't be afraid to add water. You want to add it 1 squirt at a time. I make a nice little divot right there. I squirt my water in that, and then again it's a twirl and press, and a twirl and press. Okay, so that's how you blend your sugar paste. For things like legs and backs, arms, you might do an 80-20 split of hard paste to soft paste. Sorry, reverse that, of soft paste to hard paste. So I'd have about 80% soft paste and about 20% hard paste. If I was going to do Brazilians underarms, maybe even eyebrows, I would reverse that. I would do 80% hard and 20% soft. Okay, it's not always an 80-20 split, but it's just a good place to start until you figure out what works for you. Remember, sugar is not any kind of science. It's no rocket science. It's all about learning what consistency gives you control but doesn't make you work too hard. So that's why it doesn't matter. Absolutely, we would love for you to buy Sugar Streak. We love our products. We've designed them with the practitioner in mind because that's who we are and that's how we started. But at the end of the day, whatever sugar paste you have in your hand, you ought to be able to get to this consistency and use it every time. Every single hard paste can be broken down to be a softer paste when you add these squirts of water. Remember, only add water to this. Never add water to your tub. If you add water to your tub of sugar, you're going to seriously mess up the formulation that's in there and you're going to end up with a sticky mess. So only to your little nice ball of sugar. Okay? So here's to your successful sugaring. Make it a great day today. Thanks for watching.